Hey, thanks for coming to another video. I wanted to update this list of the 25 most valuable pennies, most of which you can come across in your pocket change. Let's start the list off at number 25 with the 1921 S wheat penny. Now, 1921 S wheat pennies can sell anywhere from between about $1 and like $1,000. Now, that's pretty good for a face value of only a penny. And the 1921 S Lincoln Cent in a high grade like MS65, you can see regularly sell for thousands of dollars at reputable auctions. The average being around $400 to $950 for a decent grade of one of these. At number 24, the 1871 Indian Head Penny. The 1871 was another key date year, and like the 1870 version of this coin, it contains both a bold and a shallow N. Just like the 1870 version, the shallow N is more valuable and it's significantly more rare, so these can garner higher prices when you sell them towards the $1,000 range. At number 23, the 1920 S Wheat Penny. These can be seen selling for between $600 and $900 usually. The 1920 wheat penny may have the following errors, so keep an eye out for it. And if you're interested in what these errors are, then check out my other videos on the errors. You want to look for lamination errors, where the outer layer of the coin has flaked off-center strikes where the die strikes. And then, oddly enough, only 15 of these are known, so they're really rare. But hey, more could be out there. But 1920 wheat cents had a few of them that were struck on foreign Argentina 10 centavos planchets, and those are worth tens of thousands of dollars due to their rarity. At number 22, the 1870 Indian Head Penny. Now, like its counterpart we mentioned earlier, the 1870 is another key date to look out for. There are two major variations of this coin, the bold and shallow stamped N. The shallow version is usually worth between 20 and 30% more than the same coin that doesn't have the shallow N. So that's the one you're keeping an eye out for. These usually sell for around $1,000 to $1,200. At number 21, the 1927 S Wheat Penny. These usually reside in around the $700 to $1,000 range, but then poor grade ones are only going to sell for a few bucks, which is still great over the face value of 1 cent. The 1927 S and D are both worth significantly more. Higher toned red colors are the ones you're searching for. MS65 grade ones sell usually for around the $5,000 mark. Next on this list at number 20 is the 1916 S Wheat Penny. Now, the 1916 S Lincoln Wheat Cent and an MS65 Red have been seen selling for over $4,000. But the normal coin in a decent grade sells anywhere between $10 and $1,000, usually residing in the middle, as it's a pretty rare coin. At number 19, the 1926 S Wheat Penny. These usually sell for around $1,200 to $1,500 if they're in a high grade. The 1926S and 1926D are both worth significantly more than the Philadelphia Mint version. If you get in a high red flavor or high color, and in a high grade of MS65 or in the 60s and higher, you can see these coins sell for absurd amounts of money. One that was MS65 Red, that was a 1926S, sold for over $100,000 last year at auction. Next on our list at number 18 is the 1924D Wheat Penny. Now, the 1924D Wheat Penny and the 1924S are both worth more than the Philadelphia Mint, which is kind of a regular norm going forward on this list. And as always, you're looking for really high grades. These usually sell for around the $1,200 region if they're really high graded, but keep in mind that a normal one you'll find, if found in circulation, is going to sell for about $35. At number 17, the 1923 S Wheat Penny. Now, you're probably getting tired of wheat pennies, but man, they are so sweet to collect. The 1923 in a high grade can be selling for over $1,500, close to $2,000, but the average one sells for about $6 to $10, which is a great value for a penny that had over 8 million of them produced. At number 16, the 1915S Wheat Penny. The 1915S Wheat Penny is a really good one to look out for. You want to be on the lookout for this coin in any condition. Even in a poor state, it's worth holding on to as they're worth quite a bit of money. They can sell for over $30 due to the age of this coin. And then there was a low mintage of only 4,800,000, which was half of what was minted the next year. So the 1915 is a great penny to keep an eye out for, and they can be found in your pocket change. At number 15, the 1872 Indian Head Penny. Now these have a wide range of values. In low grade, these sell usually for about $75. In high grade, they can sell for an upwards of over $2,000. The 1872 was another key date year, and like the 1870 and 1871 versions that we already mentioned, you want to look for ones with a shallow N. The shallow N version of this coin is worth significantly more and can be selling for roughly $3,000 or $4,000. There was only 4,000 of these minted, so they're quite a hard coin to find, but you can usually find them in shops, and I've seen people cherry pick them out of loose baskets of Indian heads. At number 14, the 1924 S Wheat Penny. The 1924D and 24S are both worth more than the Philadelphia Mint, as we know. Poor Philadelphia. But these coins sell for quite a bit of money. Really low grades, average circulated condition, are still worth $4 to $8, which is really good for a penny. But high grade can bring you close to $1,500 or $2,000, which is excellent for this coin. At number 13, the 1914S Wheat Penny. Another wheat penny on this list. There are several instances of this coin selling for more than 10 grand in a high grade like MS65 or something like that, but the average coin sells for around $25 to $30, which is just stellar for a penny. At number 12, the 1925 S Wheat Penny. These are worth a little bit more. The 1925D and 1925S are both worth more than their counterpart from the Philadelphia Mint, and you're looking for high grades on this. Low-end circulated grade are going to be around $1, but high-end grade or decent condition to these coins can garner almost $2,000 at sales, and then even in personal sales, I've seen them go for $500 or $600. At number 11, the 1909 S Indian Head Penny. Now we're getting into some values for these coins. These had around 300,000 of them minted. The 1909 was the last year of the Indian Head Penny, so it's a super important key date. The 1909S is the only second Indian Head cent or penny to ever be issued by the San Francisco Mint. So this is the one you're looking for, is the 1909S. These sell even on low end for like $600 or $700. They go in upwards of $4 or $5 grand if it's in really good condition. So a super awesome key date and a really beautiful coin. At number 10, the 1877 Indian Head Penny. The 1877 Indian Head Penny is a major key date for the Indian Head cent. Just 850,000 of them were made. Compare this to 7.9 million and 5.9 million in the previous years. Great coin to top off any coin collection, and make sure to have this thing certified by PCGS or NGC or something, because this coin gets faked a lot, but the price for this coin is anywhere from $500 to around $4,000. At number 9, a very known coin, the 1909 S VDB Wheat Penny. Now, I have a video that covers VDB pennies more detailed, so we won't go deep on that. But the 1909 was important because of the design on it. They call it a design flaw, I suppose, since they changed it later on. But the initials of the artist were all three initials, VDB, on the bottom of the penny, making it rare as that was not common to be seen on any U.S. currency at the time. It is a key date coin from 1909 with a mint mark from San Francisco. These coins had roughly 500,000 of them made, but you can see these go from anywhere between $1,000 and upward of $10,000 if they're certified and in high grade. At number 8, the 1922 D Wheat Penny. This one's got some value to it. A no D and weak D is known to have been minted for this coin, but if you are a buyer or an owner, you may want to get it verified by a third party before you jump and say, that's definitely it. The no D coins sell for like $30,000, $40,000, but the average one for a 1922 D sells for anywhere between $20 in low grade and over $5,000 in certified high grade. At number 7, the 1914 D Wheat Penny. Another wheat penny on this list and a great key date, the 1914 D penny is considered a key date penny and is the most valuable of any non-error wheat pennies to exist. It had 1.2 million of these produced, and they sell on low end for over $300. High end, they can be sky's the limit, but generally are around $5,000 to $8,000 in a really high grade for this coin. At number 6, the 1857 Flying Eagle Penny. These are some of the more affordable Flying Eagle cents. If you are willing to purchase one in low-end condition, really low-end condition for 1857 is going to be around $15 to $25, but high grade and certified grades generally see a sales price of roughly $7,000 to $10,000, which is crazy for a coin that had over 17 million of them minted. At number 5, the 1858 Flying Eagle Penny. There are 3 versions of this coin, more or less. There are large letters, small letters, and then 8/7. The small and large letter versions are worth the same. The 8/7 is a little more rare and is worth almost 10 times more in value. These coins sell for anywhere between $15 and like $10,000 for the 8/7s. But they are absolutely beautiful coins, and they're a great addition to a collection if you're willing to buy one in lower grade. And higher grade, if you have one of these, good on you. They're really valuable, and they're going to keep going up and up and up. At number 4, the 1873 Indian Head Penny. If you've heard anything about these coins, they're really valuable. The US Mint over doubled their mintages from the prior year. On average, the coin is worth between $20 and $400 for both the open and closed 3 versions of the coin. The major winner for this coin, however, is the doubled Liberty 1873 Indian Head cent. It is worth between $250 and $10,000 if it's in an eye condition, and market for this coin is increasingly out there, as multiple of them have been sold in the last couple of years for over $10,000. At number 3, the 1856 Flying Eagle Penny. It's the last Flying Eagle Penny on our list. Just 2,000 of these Flying Eagle cents were minted in 1856, which aids to their rarity. Owning one of these is like owning a piece of American history itself. If you're buying one, be certain to get it certified, as they are forged a lot, but there was only 2,000 produced. So in general, these sell for between $10,000 and then in upwards of like 30 or 40 grand for certified high grade ones. So it's not necessarily a coin you're going to come across in loose change from the fast food place. But if you ever get an opportunity to buy one of these at an amount that you can afford, do it. At number 2, the 1943 No Mint Mark Lincoln Cent. Only a few 1943 copper pennies were minted, all of which would have been released by error into the coin supply. During that year, the pennies were minted in a fashion that were supposed to be steel or war pennies. Coin analysts suggest that copper plates from the 42 series may have been tested, and then some of those coins made it into circulation. These are one of the most, if not most, fake coins like ever. But if it is real, these coins sell for ridiculous amounts of money. The last one to sell sold for over $250,000, and they've seen ones in even low grade go for over $6,000 or $7,000 for these coins, as they are insanely rare. And the big baddie at number 1 is the 1944 steel wheat cent. There were just a few of the 1944 steel pennies ever minted, and all would have been released by error into the coin supply. They sell from anywhere between $10,000 and upwards of $500,000. We've even seen auctions for these cents go for closer to $1 million in high certified grade, and as a even basic collector, you're probably familiar with the 1944 steel penny. That concludes our list for the 25 most valuable pennies. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about these coins, but more importantly, let me know what you've come across in your coin, banknote, or collectible searches lately in the comments below. I will see you there, and I will see you in the next video.